Well, hey, my name is Ryan Earnhardt from CreativeSoundLab.tv, and this is an off-topic episode. It's just a place for me just to kind of share my thoughts in a system and in a format that isn't so produced, and just quickly get answers to questions and things like that. Well, this week I had a conversation with somebody, and it just really reminded me of something really fundamental that I think we all have to remember. Is the discussion involved lots of tech talk, lots of just crazy like numbers, and it wore me out. It really wore me out. And so my thought was this: is like, man, there's a part of me that loves that stuff. I mean, it's really kind of my role, and really where I found myself is discussing technical things, but there's a certain point that I just don't care about it. I can't care about it. And I'll tell you why. And this may seem counterintuitive for such a technical job, but there's a certain point you have to just drop it and just stop talking tech. And eventually you have to focus on the melody. You have to focus on the feeling. You have to focus on the vibe. Are people happy in your studio? They're not going to be happy if you're hearing about crazy specs on a mic and how this mic should be good for them because it has a slight boost at 10K. They don't care, okay? They really don't care. What they do care about is, are you going to make them suck, okay? And they just want to make an amazing recording. They want it to have a great vibe that represents them. They have their own list of fears that they're worried about. That are you going to bring their worst fear into their life and make that happen for them, or are you going to be a hero for them and completely secure them from that fear? And a lot of times it's a bad recording. That's a fear that a lot of musicians have, is like, I hope this engineer or this producer doesn't hijack my sound and make a bad recording of us that we have to undo later and say, oh yeah, like you should hear us at a live show because a recording isn't us. This is us over here instead. And so they have their own list of fears. Well, it's not about tech, okay? It's about them, right? It's about making them comfortable. It's about the art, okay, when it comes down to it. Furthermore, here's another question. And maybe some of you are younger than I, maybe some of you are older. That's cool. I mean, whatever age you're at, you have to think about other things besides recording and besides engineering and mixing. There has to be something else, okay? Your girlfriend, your wife, your children. And so when getting into gear and stuff, there has to be a limit. There has to be a point. Just like with creativity, where there's a point where it's like, I have to just stop thinking like an engineer and start thinking like a creative person that is all about the warm fuzzies, right? So with this, you have to stop thinking like this gear fanatic, and you have to start thinking like a responsible husband and a responsible father. So upgrading a piece of gear for the third time just to get a 5% increase in the audio quality. Sometimes it could be that choice versus your kid getting a new bike for Christmas, okay? And so there's a point where we have to put down certain things, and we have to realize, this isn't everything. And if it is everything, then we kind of don't have a life. And so basically, I think it's about the art. And if it's not about the art, then we're missing something. And why is it about the art? Because the art makes our lives better. Okay, maybe it's not practical at all. Maybe it just helps our drive go better because we can sing along to something. But art helps our life make more sense. It helps our life become better some way. And so for me, that's just kind of my little nugget of wisdom. You can take it or leave it, but I really don't think it's about nitpicking over numbers and tech specs. I think there's so much more to the art, and the art is able to express and tell us that there's so much more to life. So I'll see you next week.